Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to channels.
American Beauties. Whether you're cruising toward retirement, choosing colleges, moving for work, or just looking for a change of pace, every state in America has a destination that you've heard people rave about. But popular doesn't equal paradise. For that, you'll have to dig a little deeper. Here's a look at the unsung American sleeper towns that can seduce, charm, and mesmerize visitors into putting down roots.
Alabama, Tuscumbia. Phrases like Southern charm and Southern hospitality are easy to write in marketing literature but hard to actually deliver in the age of Walmart and homogenized American culture. The old railroad town of Tuscumbia, however, delivers the classic, quintessential small-town Southern experience. It's got all the history of Muscle Shoals and the Greater Shoals region, but enough shopping and nightlife to keep you entertained.
Alaska, Esther. Fairbanks is one of Alaska's most popular spots. Among its neighbors is a less famous Fairbanks bedroom community called Esther. Move there and you'll be part of a super tight-knit gang of very familiar faces. The center of the mining town is home to only a few families, and Esther is centered around the Golden Eagle Saloon, where you can buy a raw burger and grill it up yourself.
Arizona, Bisbee. From its mining town roots to the funky, artsy outpost it's become, Bisbee has always been a wild and remote border town. Its reputation as a weird but welcoming oasis has made it a tourist stop with a delightful downtown shopping district, but the city's eclectic core of interesting locals is what gives Bisbee its flavor.
Arkansas, Eureka Springs. Located in the beautiful Ozarks near the Missouri border, Eureka Springs is built to accommodate the crush of tourists who come to discover its charm for the first time, but it's also a choice spot to be a local. It's close to Fayetteville and the region's other larger cities, but its small-town vibe feels far away from life inside the hive. The temperate climate provides all 4 seasons, but spares residents the worst of both the winter and the summer.
California, San Luis Obispo. Nestled between Los Angeles and San Francisco is the California Central Coast gem of San Luis Obispo, but if you do decide to move there, it's probably best to join the in crowd and just call it slow. Its beaches, beauty, and natural landscape rival any in the state. Between surfing and wine tasting, cave swimming, and nightlife, there's more to do than you could possibly cram into one lifetime, all without the crowds and cost of LA and the Bay Area. Home to California Polytechnic State University, it also has a nice college town vibe.
Colorado, Breckenridge. Breckenridge is booming. Move there and you'll have your choice of more than 200 boutiques and shops, more than 75 bars and restaurants, and too many athletic, lifestyle, and cultural options to name. The reality, however, is that all this is packed into a small, cozy town. Only 4,500 residents live within Breckenridge's 5.3 square mile boundaries, although a rush of visitors can swell the population to nearly 40,000 on a busy day.
Connecticut, Guilford. Unlike the neighboring New Haven suburbs of Branford and Madison, Guilford has managed to retain its small-town grit and character. The Long Island Sound Shore community boasts the third largest collection of historical homes in all of New England. The town's heritage, which dates all the way back to 1639, is chronicled in its assortment of historical museums, inns, taverns, and farms.
Delaware, Selbyville. Selbyville is the beating heart of the regional beach scene in Delaware. Just miles from either side of Route 54 are both Fenwick Island and Ocean City, Maryland, both of which are top-tier beach destinations. Selbyville serves both towns and their millions of visitors through a huge range of supporting businesses and industries, which keeps employment numbers high and has triggered a recent housing boom. Hundreds of new homes across several developments have sprouted up, many containing families drawn to Selbyville's award-winning schools.
Florida, St. Augustine. With a half-millennium of history, give or take a half a century, St. Augustine is the oldest continuously inhabited city in America. That naturally makes it a tourist destination, but it's not a tourist trap. The city is alive with not just a rich, long history, but also culture, arts, entertainment, and nightlife. If you are looking to own your own slice of one of the most happening cities in the Sunshine State, the median home value in St. Ogie is still south of $250,000, and according to Zillow, it's currently an ice-cold buyer's market.
Georgia, Athens. Athens is conveniently close to Atlanta, but far enough away to avoid the gravitational pull of the capital city's culture. The climate is forgiving, particularly by Georgia's standards. That, combined with its world-class regional medical facilities, draws retirees from far and wide, but Athens is a college town at heart.
Hawaii, Honolulu. It's hard to find a lousy part of Hawaii, but if you ever do, you can bet it's not Honolulu town. Located on Kauai, just north of Princeville, the town is historic and modern at the same time. The culture ranges from contemporary art galleries to a 19th-century pier made famous by the 1957 classic South Pacific. Before you take the leap, be sure to learn the local etiquette that regulates the one-lane bridge you'll have to cross to get into town. The town was also hit hard by record flooding in April, but most shops and restaurants have reopened and could definitely use the support of visitors. Just be aware that some trails and beaches may have limited access for a while.
Idaho, Kellogg. For Idahoans, outdoor paradise and wilderness adventure are par for the course. Few spots in the state, however, capture everything Idaho has to offer quite as completely as Kellogg. Nestled in the postcard-worthy Bitterroot Mountains, Kellogg stakes its claim in the Idaho Panhandle between Lookout Pass and 4th of July Pass. For residents, that means immediate access to 2,600 square miles of pristine nature and all the activities that go along with it.
Illinois, La Salle. With history dating to the Native American mud builders who dominated the area until the 1600s, La Salle was one of the towns that sprung up when the dream of linking the Illinois Valley to Chicago by canal became a reality. Today, it's one of the best places to live in the state, thanks to its farmers market and dozens of restaurants and bars, not to mention a 5-digit median home value.
Indiana, Chesterton. Art galleries, festivals, antique shops, and historical sites nurture the 13,000 residents who call Chesterton home, as well as the countless visitors who pour into the region every year. Chesterton boasts impressive ecological diversity in the nearby Coffee Creek Watershed Preserve, but with the glimmering lights of Chicago just 45 miles away, it's also a quick trip to the city by car or train.
Iowa, Emmetsburg. Tourists come to Emmetsburg for Five Island Lake, but residents make their homes there because of the town's warm, family-oriented feel. Home to about 3,800 people, Emmetsburg is in the middle of a business and housing revival thanks to the $200 million Poet biorefining project Liberty Transformation Project, an ethanol plant that uses corn cobs, leaves, husks, and stalks to produce renewable biofuel.
Kansas, Atchison. From the recent water tower rehab and the Lutz Brothers fuel pump upgrade to the reconstruction of the LFM Park basketball courts and the installation of high-speed fiber internet at Shannon Industrial Park, it seems like everything is brand new in Atchison. The scenic town is modern in its amenities, but closely tied to its eventful past. Atchison is home to more than 20 sites on the National Register of Historic Places.